السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، حمدا دائما كثيرا مباركا طيبا فيه، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. My dear respected brothers in Islam, Alhamdulillah that Allah Jalla Jalaluhu made us Muslims. We say Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah that we are here answering the call of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله. We say Alhamdulillah. قال الله تعالى أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض ولا فسادا والعاقبة للمتقين. إخواني وأحبابي في الله, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, we are watching in the news here and there that how days change and how the up becomes down and how the down becomes up. And this is the dunya, brothers in Islam. For that reason, we are taking the wisdom. It is below the dignity of a Muslim to wish something bad to other Muslim. Whatever he is, wherever he is, whenever he is, it is just only to take the wisdom for ourselves. That is the point. We are speaking not to other people. No. I am speaking actually to myself. And everyone listens to this talk should direct this to himself. This is number one. Because we are not here to judge humanity. We are not. We are not here to highlight this is good and this is bad. We are not judges in this world. We are here to take the wisdom. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, he saw with his own eyes that Fir'aun is drowning in front of him. Is it? Is it? Musa, Allah saved Musa and his own people. And in front of the eyes of Musa and his own followers, they saw that Fir'aun is being drowned. What was their point? What they have done? They did fast to Allah Azza wa Jalla. And they did engage themselves in the obedience of Allah, that Allah saved them from such a calamity. Brothers in Islam, two things that we need to highlight today. Number one, al-adl, that we have to apply justice for ourselves, to be fair. Kun adilan. And number two, to stay away from dhulm, to stay away from oppressing other people. That is the point. And by the end of the khutbah, we take these two great values in our hearts, in our minds, and we apply that into our own lives, because this is the need. What we are in need today, to learn something, and what to do with that thing, to implement this thing in our life. Alhamdulillah that we are Muslims, you know that we have to be just, and we have to be fair. And we have to stay away from wrong. And we have to stay away from corruption. And we have to stay away from wronging people. We know that. Today we are reconfirming. Brothers in Islam, every khutbah, with no fail, that we are reading the Quran al-Kareem, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, إن الله يأمر بالعدل. Is it? Every khutbah, at the end of the Arabic khutbah, إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أقيموا الصلاة يرحمكم. إن الله يأمر بالعدل. Allah indeed is commanding you to be fair, to be just. Yeah? This is Amr min Allah. This is a command from Allah that we have to apply in life. Inna Allah ya'muru bil 'adl. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu is commanding you to apply justice in your life. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what did he say in the Quran? وَأُمِرْتُ لِأَعْدِلَ بَيْنَكُمْ. I have been commanded, this is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I have been commanded to establish justice amongst you. وَأُمِرْتُ لِأَعْدِلَ بَيْنَكُمْ. يقول الله جل جلاله اعدلوا هو أقرب للتقوى. Be fair, it is close to piety and goodness. Be fair. Allah Akbar. What kind of religion is this? This is the religion of Allah. Be fair. نعم. يقول النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ثلاثة لا ترد دعوتهم. 3 people Allah will never reject their da'wah. And one of them is إمام عادل. A fair imam, a fair governor, a fair father, a fair teacher, a fair businessman, a fair man in his life. Yeah. That one, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu will never reject his dua. Allah will definitely accept his dua. صلى على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. يقول الحبيب المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم 7 يظلهم الله في ظله يوم لا ظل إلا ظله سبحانه جل جلاله. 7 people will be under the shade of Allah, and one of them, Imam Adil, a just Imam. Imam, a governor, a father, a doctor, a teacher, a leader, whoever is he, a man that is applying justice in his life. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu will give this human being a shade, where there is no shade except the shade of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ikhwani wa ahbabi, indeed, today we need these words to touch our hearts. We need these words to be like a constitution in our lives, that we don't wrong anyone anything. There's nothing wrong, don't worry. We don't wrong anyone anything. إن الله لا يظلم الناس شيئا. قل لا إله إلا الله. Say لا إله إلا الله. إن الله لا يظلم الناس شيئا. Allah is the greatest, and He is the most powerful. ولكنه but Allah جل جلاله لا يظلم الناس شيئا. Does not wrong people anything. Even an atom of good deed, Allah will never fail you. Allah will give it back to you. Subhanahu jalla jalaluhu. Allah jalla jalaluhu, the most powerful. If He did wrong to humanity, no one will say, Allah, why you wronged them. But قال الله جل جلاله في القدس يا عبادي, O my slave, إني حرمت الظلم على نفسي. Allah saying, O my slaves, I made dhulm haram on me, on Allah. On Allah. Dhulm is haram. إني حرمت الظلم على نفسي وجعلته بينكم محرما. And I make dhulm haram amongst you yourselves. فلا تظالموا. Do not oppress one another. Do not wrong one another, even small things. صلى على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. A man came from far to the Muslim state. And he was asking about the leader of this state, the president of the state. And he has been directed to see Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu anhu arda. And when he saw Umar ibn Khattab, he found him sleeping under a palm tree outside Medina, sleeping there under a tree. The man is wondering, how can a president of state sleep in such humbleness and in good peace? And when he came to Umar, he said these few words, قال حكمت فعدلت فنمت يا عمر. Umar, you have been given the leadership and you did apply justice. And for that reason, when you apply justice, you slept in peace, Ya Umar. Sallallahu ala Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ikhwani wa ahbabi fillah, هذه المرأة, this lady that has stolen something in Medina, she's from a fair family, elite people, the high, what you call people of the state. She has steal something, and the people of this lady, they were wondering where to go. The Hadd of Allah is to cut the hand of this lady. But they were afraid, this lady from elite family, how can we let this lady, for her hand to be chopped? It's something shame. So people were going around and they have been given the idea, go to Usama ibn Zayd. Usama ibn Zayd, he's the most beloved to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Usama radiallahu anhu wa ta'ala. قالوا هو حب ابن حب رسول الله. The Nabi used to love Zayd and he used to love his son Usama. Until they said Usama ibn Rasulullah or Zayd ibn Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, from the amount of hubb of Rasulullah to these two people, the son and the father. The people speak to Usama, told them, oh man, go to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You are so close to Rasulullah. Go to him and tell him, please, if he can forgive this lady, because she stole something and we need not to apply the rules of Allah on her. They came to Rasulullah. Zayd, he came with the, what you call, case to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam went to the member and he was very upset, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He was very angry. قال أيها الناس, O people, صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم, إنه كان في من كان قبلكم. It was used to be before the previous nation that if the elite man did steal something, they will leave him free. But if the poor man or the poor lady steal something, they apply the rules of Allah. For that reason, Allah did curse them. Oh people, do not do that again. The rules of Allah should be applied for the rich and for the poor, for the elite people and for the normal people. For everyone, the rules of Allah should be implemented. صلى على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. يقول الله جل جلاله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ميزان a balance. ويل للمطففين. Woe to al-mutaffifin. Who are al-mutaffifin? They are certain people, they are unfair people. Unfair people. When they give less. When they take more. Don't do that in your life here. Don't do that in your business. Be a fair man. Be a man that applies justice in himself and in his family and in community and everywhere. If we don't apply justice, where to go from Allah Rabbil Alamin? One of the names of Allah is Al-Adl, the most justice. You can find it around the world here. One of the names of Allah and one of the qualities of Allah is Al-Adl, Jalla Jalaluh. As we said before, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَظْلِمُ النَّاسَ شَيْئًا. Allah does not wrong people anything, even small. Subhanahu Jalla Jalaluh. يقول الله جل جلاله ولا تخسروا الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان. Do not apply injustices in the balances, in the dealing with people. A lot of something that we can say about al-adl بين الناس. We are Muslims. We have to apply justice amongst people. Not because this is a Muslim and this is not a Muslim, we favor the Muslim to the non-Muslim. It's not there, man. It is not there. Sallallahu Alaihi Muhammad. It is not there. Justice should be applied even for non-Muslim. Naam. And when you come closer to your children and to your wife, if you have more than wife, and yourself, apply justice yourself. And Nabi Sallallahu prohibited someone to wear one shoe and leave the other. Subhanallah. What kind of religion? Subhanallah. You are not allowed to wear one shoe and one leg and leave the other. You are not to take part of the hair and you leave the other. Subhanallah. Even that. Sallallahu Alaihi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Ya Ikhwani, we have to know that. And it is there from the first day of Islam. Al-Adlu Asas al-Mulk. Justice is the base of kingdom. of living of this world. And it is said that Allah Jalla Jalal will give victory for the state which is applying justice, even if it is not Muslim. And Allah will fail, Allah will destroy the country. Again, Allah will destroy the country that is a Muslim country that applies injustices in their own people. Subhanallah. And we see around the world today, the Muslim countries are coming down because of what? Because of what? The injustices amongst the community. This is the president of the state, and this is the son of the king, and this is the prince of the queen, or this whatever, and because of that, this one take million rand, and this then one take 100 million rand, and this is a child born from his own mother, he take 1 billion rand, and the rest of the ummah is outside, have no houses, are crying out of hunger, and they cry out of thirst, and they cry out of injustices. Allah will destroy this ummah. Sallu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ikhwani wa ahbabi, we need to read and we need to listen with the ear of our own hearts. يقول الله جل جلاله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولا تحسبن الله غافلا عما يعمل الظالمون. Do not think that Allah will leave the ظالمين, the wrongdoers alone. Allah will not leave them alone. Brothers in Islam, they will enjoy one day, and second day, and third day, and be some days, and be some years, but Allah will never leave them alone. Allah will not leave these people to live long. Allah Azza wa Jalla will take them, and when Allah Azza wa Jalla is taking them, Allah inna akhdahu alimun shadid. The taking of Allah, the torture of Allah, the destruction of Allah is so painful, so painful. We have seen in the news certain people are the most rich amongst the people of the faith. One day, yesterday is the most rich. The second day is sleeping in the floor. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. People who are full of corruption, full of wrong, full of proud, full of pride, and think that this world is under their feet. Allah take it from them in one night. One night. One night. One night. Allah take it them from them, and they sleep the second day on the floor. The previous day, some one of them were sitting in a chair made of gold, and the second day he's sleeping on the floor. Say la ilaha illallah. History, we are reading the history, but to see the history is something different. Is it or not? We are reading Fir'aun has been drowned. Is it? But maybe it does not touch our heart. We need Qarun has been what you call destroyed by Allah, but we didn't see it. But when we see with our eyes someone that yesterday he was that kind of personality, and second day he's losing everything in hand and sleeping in the floor like a poor man, this is something really touching the heart. It makes us to be worried. Everyone has to be worried about himself. I speak to myself, I have no option to go wrong. I cannot wrong anyone, anything in this world, because I have to fear from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Sallu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. فَوَيْلٌ لِلَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْ عَذَابِ يَوْمٍ أَلِيمٍ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. وَيْلٌ, woe to those ظالمين from عذاب, from the torment of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Adabullah, it might be falling today, is it? Sometimes we think the adab, it will fall next year or in the hereafter. It will definitely will become, but it might be fall today. Wallahi, my cousin told me a story in brief that someone was full of what you call corruption. The first day he was a multi-billionaire, And the second day, he lost everything. He doesn't have anything. And my cousin told me he was sleeping in the prison on the floor. Say la ilaha illallah. إخواني وأحبابي الظلم ظلمات يوم القيامة. Wrong leads its own door to the wrong that can befall to him in dunya and the akhirah. It is ظلم one in dunya, and in the akhirah it will be multiplied ظلم. إخواني وأحبابي, two things that we need to highlight more and to end this khutbah. I need to speak to everyone in his own ear. And I need everyone to listen to that very carefully. Please avoid to wrong someone. Avoid to wrong someone, even a single cent, even 1 rand. Do not wrong anyone. Even a single cent, do not wrong one. Even a 1 word, do not wrong anyone. Brother Islam, it is very serious business. Why? Why? Because Allah Jalla Jalaluhu is watching. Allah is watching you while you are wronging someone. Don't say, he's a black man, he doesn't know. I can't bluff him. But the creator of the black man is watching you. I heard it with my ear. That they are stupid people, they are foolish people. But the one that created them is watching you. دعوة المظلوم. دعوة المظلوم. The da'wah of the mazloom. The earth and the heaven are open for it. Even from a kafir. اتقوا دعوة المظلوم. Fear the da'wah of the oppressed person. Fear the da'wah of the oppressed person. فإنها ليس بينها وبين الله حجاب. This da'wah is going straight to the Almighty God. Nothing can stand in front of it. تفتح لها أبواب السماء ويقول الله جل جلاله لأنصرنك ولو بعد حين. Allah is making qasam by His Majesty that Allah Azza wa Jalla will fulfill this da'wah even after a long time. Say la ilaha illallah. Say la ilaha illallah. Don't think someone is in the prison away from the eyes of people when he's making da'wah against you that Allah will never fulfill the da'wah. Don't think so. Allah may answer this da'wah of this man who no one sees him but Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Allah may accept the da'wah of this lady that is away from the eyes of people. No one knows about her except Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Remember that. Remember that before you wrong someone, remember that Allah is watching you. Be afraid of the Almighty God. Fear Allah. Because if you fear Allah, you will not wrong anyone. We are not speaking to certain people in the heavens. No, we are speaking to the people who are really listening to me now. And before I speaking to you, I speak to myself. Really, I have no option to go in the direction to wrong someone even with 1 word. Even with 1 sin, apply justice. The last thing that we need to highlight, Sallallahu Alaihi Muhammad, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, al-muflis, the bankrupt. Some people, they make salah very nicely, make zakah very nicely, make hajj very nicely, make fasting very nicely. This ibadat, they make it a very good high mark in that category. But when it comes, when they deal with people, they are failing that category. They fail to deal with people in justice. At that point, they will lose everything. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told, أَتَدْرُونَ مَنِ الْمُفْلِسِ. Do you think, who is the bankrupt? The Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, the bankrupt, he is the one who does not have too much money in his pocket. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, no, this is not the bankrupt. The bankrupt, he is a man or she is the lady that comes in the day of Qiyamah with a lot of good hasanah, a lot of good deeds, too much salah, too much zakah, too much good deeds. But unfortunately, in dunya, they were very wrong in dealing with people. They failed that category miserably. They cheat someone, they wrong someone, they oppressed someone, they were unfair to someone. Now, the justice, the court of the Almighty God established. You have too much good deed, mashallah, that's nice. But this one you have done, you were unfair to this man. Okay, take from his hasanat, give that man that you have wronged him. And you lady, you did a lot of good salah, mashallah. But now, this is the time that you cheated this lady. Please, take from his hasanat or her hasanat and give to these people who have been oppressed. And what's after that? If all this hasanat finished, what's next? What now? The mizan of the sayyat of these people. Those people have too much wrongs. It can be taken to this man or to that lady, and this man that used to do good in dunya will be thrown in his face and will be driven into Jahannam. Brother Islam, we are here today to say one word. Be fair. You are a Muslim. Apply justice. Don't wrong someone, and stay away from dhulm. Stay away from corruption as much as you can in order to obtain the reward of Allah in dunya and the Jannah of Allah in akhirah. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to help us all to apply justice in life. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين.